Hey, come see us on tour. We're going to be in Los Angeles, Columbus, Ohio, Dayton, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Lexington, Kentucky, Burbank, California, and Honolulu. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. MSNBC, you got to see this clip. They did a clip about the dangers of third-party candidates. What's their end game?
Some of them want power. The ones running for president?
Some of them want power. Dr. Jill Stein is a grifter. When someone from MSNBC calls someone else a grifter, that's like Lady Gaga accusing you of giving off dark energy.
She's wearing a meat dress telling you see come off kind of dark.
Let's watch.
With the race tied, third-party candidates, especially in battleground states, could be the spoilers in this election. Our nightcap.
The spoilers.
You can't vote for who you want to vote for.
You subconsciously just showed your poker hand. Because when you called, first of all, for something to be spoiled means you had a predetermined outcome already. You're not basing it on the will of anyone. You just admitted that you're cheating, but you didn't realize. You just blew it. Spoiler.
We have a lot more variables coming into our formula of the dialectic, you know?
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
By the way, good. Spoil it for somebody. I'm all for that. Throw your dick around.
With the race tied, third-party candidates, especially in battleground states, could be the spoilers in this election. Our nightcap is still with us. You know, this isn't one of those elections where we're talking much about third-party candidates. We don't think they're out there, but they are. RFK is still on the ballot in Wisconsin. Jill Stein is still on the ballot.
RFK is still on the ballot in Wisconsin. You know why? Because they won't take him off. Because they think that will hurt Trump. That's right.
They thought it will spoil things.
They think, yeah.
We don't hear about them, Jimmy, but they're out there. That sounds like terrorism. Yeah. Like third-party candidates are kind of terrorists.
In Wisconsin, Jill Stein is still on the ballot in Pennsylvania and Michigan.
But she doesn't tell you why. You know why she's still on the ballot? Because the Democrats are unsuccessful in kicking her off the ballot.
Right.
The people who want to put democracy on the ballot don't want too many people participating in the democracy. Except if it can hurt Trump, like in Wisconsin.
Right.
Should these candidates be worried about it?
Yes, because this may come down to a couple thousand people in Michigan, right? And if Jill Stein can capture a couple thousand people in Michigan, RFK Jr. can capture a couple thousand people in Michigan, they can upset the apple cart and determine the election. I've been covering this on my show for 3 years now, and I think people have underestimated the impact of RFK, not to win, not even to attract a majority of independents, right? He's attracting a radical, specific group of people, same kind of people that attract Jill Stein, that might be enough to tip one or two swing states. That's the threat that they present. Most independents want an alternative. They don't want RFK. They don't want Jill Stein. They are not real independents. But these people fill a void for a certain group of people. Right now, it's Stein.
So when is that? What? When is this? First of all, when is this from? So but anyway, let's keep going.
People have overtly said their objective is to beat Kamala Harris. If you want to beat Kamala Harris, you want to throw a wrench in the system, you want to protest Gaza, you want to do any number of things, Jill Stein is here for you. But most of all, they are the candidates, not of independents, but of people like Putin, of Trump, and of disruption.
Oh my God.
My God.
So if you want to throw a wrench in the system, once again, the subconscious is often the last honest voice in a crook. And he'll tell the truth regardless of what happens to the... He just accidentally admitted that the system chooses for us.
Yeah. I want to throw a wrench at your head. The system, I want worse things thrown at.
This is from 2 days ago? So why is he pretending like RFK Jr. is still running? He's not... so nobody tells the truth?
Because to make that trick work, that his name's on the ballot, they wouldn't take it off. That's why.
So they're still trying to trick people into thinking he's still running.
Well, every little bit helps. Right? Otherwise, you mentioned you can't even vote for him. Don't bother.
Jill Stein is here for you. But most of all, they are the candidates, not of independents, but of people like Putin, of Trump, and of disruption.
Disruption.
Disruption's only good in tech, Jimmy, not in voting.
Disruption. You mean they're participating in democracy? Disruptor?
Wait, I thought a disruptor is a really good thing in business that they've been saying for the last 12 years over and over again. Now, disruption is a problem? I'm a disruptor. Remember everyone say that?
Yes.
Every tech dipshit calls themselves a disruptor. Wow.
This is where they would cue Whoopi Goldberg to fart and change the subject.
In Michigan, we know there is a large Arab American voting base. Over 100,000 there voted uncommitted in the Democratic primary. Now, they might not be going out and voting for Donald Trump, but how concerned should VP Harris be about this group?
I think she should be concerned. I'll never forget on 2016, watching the reviews coming in, the reviews.
The reviews. It's all theater.
Yeah.
The reviews.
Should she have changed her name back to Kamala from Kamala to really play on her appeal to Muslims?
It's all
Reviews coming in. Yeah.
It's all theater. You know, watching the exact number of votes that Hillary Clinton needed to win certain states, they went to Jill Stein, they went to Gary Johnson, I think his name was.
Yep.
People who
Yes,
know.
it was.
And I have to ask, like, what is their end game? Like, she wants to hurt Kamala, but then what does she want to do? What do they want to do? I've never figured that out.
What?
What do you never? I've never figured that out. Why do people want to participate in democracy? What? First of all, what Shama Sawan has said is that their goal is to make sure that Kamala Harris pays a price for the genocide in Gaza. So you have to make her pay a price. You have to make the Democratic Party pay a price for that. And people say, well, then Trump will get in. And then you deal. If Trump continues that policy, then you deal with him.
Right. You don't act like a weakling.
Yeah.
I'm with her. I'm with her is for morons and imbeciles. They're supposed to be with you.
That's
with
their
her.
end game. Their end game is to, a lot of people run for president for different reasons. Some people run for president to highlight their issues.
Here's my end game. To build
a political movement. That's why some people run for president.
I'd like to get it through all your thick heads that no one likes identity politics except rich twits.
Yeah.
That's an admirable end game. The thing of like, oh, you just don't want a female in office. No one's saying that. You're not listening to what they're saying on purpose because you're a dipshit. Now you're going to learn that doesn't work.
Have leverage. Power. Some of them want power, want influence, want money. Jill Stein's a grifter.
Yeah, I was going to say, oftentimes you're in the grifter zone when you don't know what.
Is that an MSNBC show?
This is on MSNBC calling someone else a grifter. People in the pocket of Wall Street, the military-industrial complex, and Big Pharma are calling someone else a grifter. Wow.
I got to look up grifter because I feel like I don't know what grifter means anymore.
Let's ask Suri. Hey, Suri, what's the definition of a grifter?
Person who engages.
A petty or small-scale swindling.
Well, that's not small scale. That's huge scale. How would that be petty swindling if you spoiled the entire election?
These people don't like democracy. They don't like our Constitution. They don't like that other people get to have voices in the political sphere. They don't like any of that. These people are pretty anti-constitutional.
Yes.
Money is behind you. You don't know what foreign powers.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So anybody who's not a Republican or a Democrat is suspect of being.
We don't know what foreign powers. Israel.
Yes, that's right.
God. What foreign powers? Again, if a foreign power is better than you, I like them better than you. Like what? By the way, I don't even think. First of all, I have no feelings about Vladimir Putin personally in any way. I never did. No one I know does. Even people that go, "Oh, that's Putin." They don't have feelings about Putin because he's not the president of here. I couldn't give less of a shit of what he does. Here's one thing I do feel about him. He's much better than Kamala Harris.
I've had people with a straight face say that, that Putin, he's a thug. As opposed to who? As opposed to what? What
was George W. Bush?
That person said that to me as Joe Biden was torturing Julian Assange.
Dick Cheney's on the ticket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dick Cheney's supporting that non-thug.
A thug. Did he do Iraq? Did he do Libya? Did he do Syria? Did he do Yemen? Did he do Afghanistan for 20 years? No, Putin didn't do any of that. You know who did that? We did. It's just amazing how people can just tell themselves a lie like that. Oh, he's a thug.
Oh,
He kills journalists. We're torturing Julian Assange right out in the open.
If neocons, instead of a Muslim ban, I would like a neocon ban, and I would like them deported. I'd like them put in camps. I like neocons removed in a terrible way.
I wish Trump would say that.
Power.
Why doesn't Trump say that?
There's nothing too awful to do to neocons if Trump gets into office. I'd like it, and I don't want it to be some kind of nut hurting. I want the government to put on a big show of hanging them. That's what I want. I want it all legal.
That was from 2 days ago. They aired this. So that guy is lying. So this guy who's calling Jill Stein a grifter is lying, pretending that RFK Jr. is still running because he hopes it hurts Trump.
Yeah, the term is con man, by the way, for people that are running for president. Grifter is a small-time thing.
Yeah.
And also, who the hell was running for president that wasn't some kind of con man ever?
It's crazy. Hey, today's economic environment is still really stressful for a lot of us. But with the Fed finally dropping interest rates, there is no better time than now to put you and your family in a better financial position. If you're a homeowner, American Financing is helping thousands of families just like you who have been putting everyday expenses on credit cards get out from underneath that debt by tapping into their home's equity. American Financing is saving their borrowers over $800 a month on average. $800 a month. That's like a $10,000 raise at work. And it costs absolutely nothing to find out how much you can save. They are closing some in as little as 10 days. And if you start today, you may not have to make next month's mortgage payment. There is no better time than now to turn your situation around. Call today, 888-804-0303. That's 888-804-0303, or visit AmericanFinancing.net/Jimmy. Hey, come see us on tour. We're going to be in Los Angeles, Columbus, Ohio, Dayton, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Lexington, Kentucky, Burbank, California, and Honolulu. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.